Hey there, what is up you guys? I am Jerry and welcome to the Chicago Griller. Are you looking to build big and bold flavors at your next backyard barbecue, but all you have is a little gas grill like this Weber Q? Well, no problem because you've come to the right place. This is where I share my favorite tips, tricks, and recipes for the Weber Q and by extension, any other gas grill. It is November 2020 here in Chicago. It has gotten chilly, but that's not going to stop us from grilling. So crank up the gas, fire up the grill, because today I am going to show you a twist on a classic fall recipe. Everybody knows that you can combine beer and bratwurst to form beer brats. But did you know that you could also combine apple cider and bratwurst to form apple cider brats? Genius. Here are all the ingredients needed for apple cider brats. First up, of course, you have a package of bratwurst, 1 whole apple cut into matchsticks, 1 whole sliced onion, and of course, your choice of apple cider. There's not really any prep work involved, so let's get this all out to the grill. So here on my patio today, I have preheated my Weber Q to a medium heat. I'm going to place a 10-inch cast iron skillet directly in the center of the grill. A 12-inch skillet will work just as well. Anyways, to this skillet, we're going to pour 12 ounces, or 1 beer glass full of apple cider, directly into the skillet. Now, open up your package of brats and place the bratwurst directly into the apple cider in the skillet. If you recall from my previous sausage video, we cook brats and sausages this way instead of plopping them directly on the grill so that they don't cook too fast, split, crack, and dry out. Now that all the brats are in the skillet, we are going to add the sliced onion. So grab all of the onion that you've cut up and plop that directly into the skillet as well. Break up the onion slices a bit and make sure all pieces of onion are touching a little bit of the apple cider. And there we go. Okay, and now we're going to grab some water and fill the skillet up just to the top of the sausage so that they are fully submerged. You want to make sure the bratwursts are fully submerged because this will allow them to fully cook while we simmer them on the grill. And so now we shut the lid and let this simmer for about 10 minutes. And after 10 minutes, we are going to check on our bratwurst bath. We are going to give all the brats a flip and also give the entire contents of the bath a little bit of a stir. As you can see, there's quite a bit of steam coming out of the bath and some of the liquid has evaporated away, but that's okay. Everybody in the bath is having a good time. And now they're going to have an even better time because we are going to add the sliced apple to the bath. And just like we did with onion, we want to make sure it is all submerged or touching the liquid. There we go. Then we'll go ahead and shut the lid and let this simmer for another 10 minutes or so. And so now, after another 10 minutes, for a total of 20 minutes of simmering time in the cider bath, these brats are just about fully cooked. So we're going to shift the cast iron skillet over to one side of the grill, pull these sausages out of the bath, and place them directly on the grill grates. This will give it some nice sear and color and flavor. And we are still at a medium heat because we don't want to cook these brats too fast and have them split their casing and burst open and lose all their delicious juices. Anyways, now that they are on the grill, we're going to shut the lid and cook the sausages for about 5 minutes total, turning every 1 to 2 minutes. And a very quick 2 minutes later, open the lid and give all our bratwurst a flip. And as you can see, there's some nice grill marks and color on these brats. The cases are still intact, so they should be very moist and flavorful when we finally dive in. Close the lid again and repeat the process in a short 1 to 2 minutes. So here we are with about a minute of cook time left to go. I'm going to turn the bratwurst one final time. Once again, we see nice color and sear on the brats. Casing is still intact, so we are in good shape here. Now at this point, I want to see if I can push these brats over to one side of the grill to make some room, because I want to toast up a couple of buns. Looks like I got room for about 2 buns here, so I will go ahead and squeeze these onto the grill. There we go. And shut the lid. Alrighty, the brats have been on the grates for 5 minutes total. We're ready to pull everything off of the grill. So first off come the buns. Whoops, lost a half there, but that's okay. And now come the brats. These feel plump and firm and have great color on both sides. Perfect. And the last one. Great. I'm going to give this cider bath a little bit of a stir, then get all these brats inside and show you how we assemble these apple cider brats. I only have 2 hands here to get everything inside, so I'm going to shut the lid so I can keep the other ingredients warm. Now back indoors, you'll see I've placed a couple of brats on a couple of toasted buns. The first thing we're going to add to this is some Dijon mustard. Now I know, traditionally with brats, you're going to use stone ground mustard, but I like Dijon mustard. Use what you have, use what you like. That's my motto. And now, back to your cast iron skillet, you're going to grab your onion and your apple slices and add it to the brats. These have taken on a lot of flavor after simmering in that bath for nearly 25 minutes. Now, fold up both halves of the buns and dive right in and enjoy. So there you have it, apple cider brats made on a Weber Q. Does this say fall or what? Okay, so those did not last long in this household, and it's perfectly understandable why. With this cooking method, those brats were perfectly moist, juicy, and plump. Now, the real star of the show, however, was the apple cider broth. It really helped infuse a sweetness and tanginess to all the ingredients, from the onions to the apples to, of course, the sausage itself. And when combined into a single bite, it was truly a quintessential bite of fall. If I'm being completely honest, I actually enjoyed these apple cider brats more than I did beer brats. Definitely try out this recipe and let me know in the comments section down below if you agree with this statement. Anyways, as always, thank you very much for taking the time to watch the show today. If you enjoyed the content of this video, definitely hit the like button, comment, or subscribe. And of course, as always, if you have the time, definitely check out some of the other videos that I have on the channel here to my right, or by clicking my name down below. Thanks again for watching, and I can't wait to see you all again next time. Bye now.